Mr. Makhdoom, as I understand, you have gone to many Chinese restaurants here. So what do you think of the Chinese food here?
Well, the Chinese food that the authentic Chinese restaurants are selling here is the same that we are entertained with during our stay in China. But the food that the original Chinese restaurants are selling here or offering here is totally different from the Chinese food that we used to have for the last 40 years or so, because all the Pakistani Chinese restaurants are mostly selling Sichuan food, not the actual authentic Chinese cuisine. And authentic Chinese cuisine is being sold at the Chinese restaurants. Those are actually meant for the Chinese nationals in Pakistan or in Islamabad. And though it differs with the original taste of the food that is being sold in Pakistan, yet the people who have been visiting China, they can quite easily develop the taste for those Chinese. For other Pakistanis, that is an alien food, or you can say food from Mars or Jupiter or somewhere, because they are not quite used to this sort of Chinese food.
So besides Chinese food, what are other items you can have a taste of the Chinese culture?
Yeah, but, apart from the Chinese food, we are now quite used to, at least my children are quite used to Chinese chocolates, candies and drinks, particularly the coconut drink and the almond drink, even different sort of fruits like dragon fruit I brought from China for my children. That was something new for Pakistani and my family. And these are the bites that can be Pakistanis can have here. And I would strongly recommend that the Chinese businessmen or even the Chinese embassy should import some Chinese fruits, Chinese watermelon, honey melon, and above all the dragon fruit, so that the maximum Pakistanis should get to know about it.
And there was an incident in Urumqi, the capital of China's Xinjiang autonomous region, on July the 5th. So what do you think of that incident, and what do you think of Chinese government's handling of this incident?
Well, I have been visiting China since 2004-2005. It's been now 5-6 years. And that was a very tragic incident. And I have already published reports about it, and my newspaper is coming up with another very big report that there were foreign hands involved in this tragic incident. And this was, you have to keep it in mind, this was just the beginning, just the first of its kind. You have to be, your government has to be prepared to face even more lethal and tragic incidents like this, because this is an international conspiracy against China, against Chinese economy, the emerging power, and such incidents will open doors for most possibly for the drug dealers who are in bulk in Afghanistan, and China can be a very, very big market for them. And we are all aware that this Al-Qaeda and all such movements, they are getting funding from the drug barons, and the drug barons maximum utilization is being done by the militants. And these international forces that are, we all know our common friends and we all know our common enemies at the same time. There are, on the one border of China there is Pakistan, on the other border of China there is India, and we all know how sincere and how satisfied the Indians are with the development of China and the progress of China. And there are certain foreign intelligence forces that are organizing many more such incidents for Xinjiang, because they have failed to bend down China from Tibet. And now they are looking for another front, and they have found this isolated part of Xinjiang. This this is the best place they can operate through, and by doing so they would like to grab China into the global anti-terror war, and they would like China should be facing such attacks finally, eventually from the original Muslim militant organizations, since this is just these are the militants that you can say the fake militants, those operated in July this year. But if the things continue, you are bound to have the original militants later on joining it. The Chinese government, I must say, I should salute the response of the Chinese government. They handled it very quickly and very smartly. They busted the conspiracy, they netted the people, they arrested them, and they restored peace in a very smart way, while many other countries of the world could have succumbed to such incidents. But the Chinese government has proved that it is not only that they can come up to tackle the natural calamities like the snowstorm or something like, or the earthquake, they can even handle the man-made eventualities with equal smartness and amicability.